Hi, I'm Jacqueline Rinksmeyer, Executive Director of the Greater Medina Chamber of Commerce.
And I'm Jared Fry, General Manager and Public Information Officer for the City of Medina and Medina TV.
One of the core values of the Greater Medina Chamber of Commerce is business advocacy. We've been proud to partner with Medina TV on this voter education series for well over 10 years now. We're grateful to our interviewer and General Manager of Medina TV, Jared Fry, and our producer, Matt Tomick.
We're grateful for all the candidates that took part in the Candidates Forum, but we also want to stress that the opinions of those candidates are not those necessarily of Medina TV or the Greater Medina Chamber of Commerce.
All candidates in contested races were invited to participate in this voter education program.
We want all voters to be informed to their best of ability as they head to the ballot this November, so sit back and relax and enjoy our Candidates Forum.
We encourage you to make a plan to vote this November.
Joining me in studio is the incumbent for the Medina County Treasurer's Office. I'm joined today by John Burke. John, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, great to have you here. I know a lot of people already know you being the incumbent, and you've sat here a few times in the chair, but for those that haven't, just take a few minutes and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a lifelong resident of Medina County, born in Medina City, and I graduated from Medina High School. Went on to Miami University, where I got a BA and a Master's in Business degree. And I came back to Medina and been really involved with the community, with various organizations. I was an assistant scoutmaster in Troop 501 of the Methodist Church, and a Cub Master, and chairman of the Red Cross. And actually, I've served 29 times as treasurer for various organizations and nonprofits. Live in Medina Township. I'm married to my wife Lisa for 39 years now, and I have one son, Matt. He's a research engineer down in a small company, research company down in Columbus. A little bit about me.
Well, great. Well, thanks for sharing that with us. And now, I mentioned earlier that you are the incumbent. How long have you served in the role of Medina County Treasurer?
I've been Medina County Treasurer since 1994.
So you've seen a lot of evolution in the office and a lot of changes over that time.
Yes, and in county government.
Exactly.
Seen a lot of changes, yeah.
So for people that don't know, kind of tell us the role that the Medina County Treasurer, what role they play in the government.
Well, the most important responsibility of the county treasurer, basically, is to invest the money, collect the taxes, collect all the money, and invest it. So in our situation in Medina County, I manage and oversee a cash flow of about $720 million a year. Out of that, about $420 million are the property taxes we bill twice a year, and the rest of the money comes from deposits from all the other departments and offices in Medina County. For example, Job and Family Services, the Health Department. Everyone has to provide their receipts that they get to my office within 24 hours by law. So that's the other 300-some million that we collect during the year. So then I take that and I have to invest it. And I have three investment goals, basically. One is to earn the highest yield possible, while at the same time protecting the principal, and also make it liquid so we can pay our bills every week. And we've been very successful with that strategy over the years. This year, actually, I just reported to the Investment Advisory Board at the end of September here, we'll make $6.2 million already this year. The highest we've ever done before is $5.2 million. And so during my tenure, I've made $79 million in interest earnings. That's a record high, and those earnings then go to the general fund, and it helps to pay for county services, and that also helps to keep our taxes low.
Very interesting. So a good look inside the behind the curtain there, so to speak, of what goes on in the Treasurer's office. Now, we mentioned you've been in the office for quite a while. What are some of the things that you're most proud of doing as Medina County Treasurer?
Well, one thing is the other side of investing the money and getting the money is collecting it, and for delinquent taxes, I've come up with pay plans to help those that are behind their taxes catch up in their taxes. And using those pay plans and a good collection process, we've been able to collect $185 million in delinquent taxes over the years. I've also been able to reduce the delinquent rate to 0.2% of the taxes billed, which is really good compared to any other county, I would say, in the state. So we have a very, very low delinquent tax rate, and we collect almost every penny of what we bill. I'm proud of that. I've also created new programs. Probably the most notable one is the Fix-It Fund program. That's a low-interest home improvement program that we partner with Westfield Bank. And that provides low-interest home improvement loans to residents. And it's not income-based. We do have a value set. You can't have a house that's valued at more than $300,000. We'll probably adjust that up this next year since the housing has gone up so much in the values. But the bottom line is it provides discounted loans. So these loans can be up to 2% below the bank's normal rate. And that really helps, especially now with inflationary times. Over the years, we've been able to loan $16 million in those Fix-It Fund loans to over 1,000 homeowners to improve their homes. And I would say the newest thing is the land bank, which I filed to create just this year. And the purpose of the land bank is to rehab blighted homes and also vacant loans, vacant property, repurpose those, and also to encourage economic development. And that's a new initiative for us, and we've already secured $300,000 in grants from Ohio for rehabbing homes, and we've applied for another $2 million.
Wow. A lot going on there with the office. Again, we're speaking with John Burke, the incumbent for Medina County Treasurer. You'll see him on the ballot this November. Now, if reelected into office again, what's something that you would like to improve on as you head into your next term?
Well, I think that just what I mentioned on the land bank, that's a new thing for us. It's been around for, since about 2007, 2008. I actually helped Jim Rackakis, the Cuyahoga County Treasurer who started it. I helped him testify down at the legislature to begin this program. And 69 of the counties now have the land bank. So I'm really hoping to start new programs with that based on grants that we get. And the administrator that we've selected for that to help us do the day-to-day operation of the land bank and locate properties and then file for grants is the Economic Development Group. They're going to be the administrator for that. So I'm really looking forward to working with that group and enhancing the possibilities of bringing back properties onto the tax rolls, which will help collect more taxes and again, keep our taxes lower and help pay for county services.
Yeah, and we definitely thank you for your service here as a political, in the political arena. I guess I always like to thank all of our candidates when they come in to be a part of the political arena. It takes a lot to put your foot into that arena and take that leap. You've done it for quite a while. What's kind of your passion that drives you to do this job?
Well, I think if you're in any elected position, you're doing public service. And I've always been very involved in my community. I started in politics, actually. It's interesting, even in class school government. What did I run for the first time in 7th grade was treasurer. So that's kind of been my niche. And I think that's evolved into when I came back to Medina after graduating from college. I was a city councilman at large in Medina City. And from there, I went on to Medina County Treasurer. And I think it's a great privilege to serve the public. And I wish we had more people that had business experience. I really find that my 18 years in private industry, because I was with Arthur Anderson, a consultant with a Big 8 accounting firm. I spent 10 years as Chief Financial Officer of the AI Root Company. My wife and I had a couple small businesses. I think that experience is really important for public officials because that helps you know how to run your office. And in my example, if you take my total expenses, for example, for the treasurer's office, this current year, the total expenses for my treasurer's office is only 7% more than it was in 2008. I run it like a business, try to be efficient, and that comes from having good business skills and applying it to public service. In fact, in the budget process, 37% of the time during my tenure, I've asked for the same or less in my budget than I had the previous year. All those things are really important for public service, and I'm just privileged to be able to serve the public.
Yeah, and thank you for that service for the public and taking that step into the political arena. Now I want to make sure we're speaking with John Burke, the incumbent for Medina County Treasurer. You'll see him on the ballot this November. But I want to make sure I give you the opportunity. I know I asked you a couple questions, but I want to give you a chance to address the voters directly with anything I may have missed or anything that you would like to touch on. So I'll turn the floor over to you.
Well, I just would like to encourage all residents to become informed voters and to participate in this year's important elections. And I would ask for their vote for re-election based on my record, so that I can continue to successfully serve them as Medina County Treasurer.
Perfect. Thanks, John. Again,
Thank
John
you.
Burke, the incumbent for Medina County Treasurer. We'll see his name on the ballot this November, and we hope you'll go out and vote this November. John, thank you for your time today.
Yes, thank you for asking me.
And I wish you the best of luck this November.
Thank you.